If you don't know, ask your teacher. You have to hold God's hand and tell the devil, apana, I don't want anything to do with you.
You pray, man. Hakuna shortcut, Joe. It takes a lot of confidence. Don't listen to the people who haven't done anything with their lives. Listen to the people who have made it. This 2025, I'm going to get all my ducks in a row, and then 2026 we start applying the strategy that I've been learning this year, diversifying. And you cannot start diversifying when your main thing is not performing well. Life is my motivation, because how can so much chaos work in such harmony? But to me, I don't usually gamble. I stay away from it as much as possible. I stay away from gambling as much as possible.
I'm partly a fan of Manchester United and partly a fan of Liverpool.
Chague moja bana.
Jali, ndafika ni mwanzo tu.
Saka nimekuwa na timu moja ball, lakini girlfriends wamechange. Like jafika, lakini najaribu kufikia mavijana wenzangu bana, tuomoke tutoke block. Asare glass kiasi bana.
It's always a pleasure to have you, and from wherever you're tuning on in the world, we want to say thank you and keep tuning in, keep showing up for us as we show up for other people. So today we have a very amazing guest on board. His name is K2, and he'll tell you what K2 means, because it's a name that has many meanings. I don't know what you call that in English, but if you don't know, ask your teacher. Karibu K2.
Yeah, shukran wazee.
Kwaje?
Nimefurahi kushuka.
Karibu sana.
Bana.
Welcome to my humble abode, I would say.
Nimefurahi man. Tumetoka mbali bana, kwa hivyo Limuru jo.
So you have many meanings for this K2. What does K2 stand for?
K2, first of all, it is my name. Like my real name ni Karaoke Kamau. So K2. When I started rapping, King Kong. Yeah. Alafu saa venye na create brand ina stand for Klipper King. So my music, K2 raps, King Kong raps. Kituka hiyo.
So how did you get into the rapping? Like, is it something yenye uli discover from a young age ukajua you will do it? Ni kitu imekuja later on in your maybe adult life?
Rap imekuja later on, but the love for music imekuwa since way back then. Nilikuwa najaribu kuandika tu tunes, tu nursery rhymes nikiwa mdogo, but sikuwa najua nitakuwa rapper. Sikuwa najua ati nita rap. So the love of rap ilianza hapo 2018 venye nilijoin campus. Kaanza kuandika mistari hapo hivyo, but nilianza kuandika tu poetry pale kwa WhatsApp status juu. Excitement ya umepata simu yako ya kwanza, juu yangu nilipata ya kwanza nikiingia campus. Pata simu yangu ya kwanza, naandika mapoetry hapo kwa status. Nikadiscover Nyashinski, Tupac, nikaanza kusikiza maraps zao. So nikapenda rap. So nikaona acha nifanye poetry in a rhythmic form. Kakua rap.
Because okay, unajua my experience with you na being an MC and introducing guys like you to stage pale Nyeri, ni sijaisikia ama the crowd yenye nilikuwa nayo at the time, hajaisikia mtu mwenye na flow na rhythm ama yani una flow na beat kama Jay-Z. Like, tell us about that. How are you able to sync your words na beat kabisa? Because I was watching a documentary Jay-Z just the other day, and that's what he is like. If the beat goes up, he goes up. If the beat goes low, he goes low. What's that experience like?
That experience is just matching the energy of the instrumental. knowing which part of the instrumental you follow. So for me, if a beat comes from the producer, he sends me the beat, anatumia beat kwa simu, so unachagua part yenye utafollow. Either you want to follow the melody or the kicks or the hi-hats. So no maana unaenda unapata mtu ana follow hi-hats, that person tends to rap faster because hi-hats zile zinaenda. And you can also follow the kick and snare. Unajua kick inagongana na unapata snare next. And then you can follow the melody is the one that gives you the mood of the song. If it's happy, sad, angry, you are confident about something that you want to sing about. So for me, it came like that naturally. I can't explain how I follow the rhythm, but since back then I was a rhythmic person, music was in me. So it was easier for me to count the beats and the bars. So all was left to do is just to focus on the technicality and writing my rhymes and making the rhymes dope, you know. Hizo kaa unafuata beat na inakuwa tu inapanda. So as an artist, when you get a beat, you should get the beat. First of all, listen to the melody, gives you the mood, and then when you get the words, if you want to find the rhythm and flow, you choose which part of the instrumental you want to follow. So you choose the kick. If you follow the kick, utaonekana tu niko na ride your beat, unaona. If you follow the hi-hats, that's why you rap, and you rap fast like that. For R&B people, I don't know how they do it. They just sing.
Just sing.
They just sing, and that's dope to me. They just find the right key and sing.
And have you found your voice when it comes to music? Like, is there something that you rap about so passionately, apart from your own stories, which I really find very compelling? What else do you address in your music?
So I try to address issues like addiction and basically survival, because I can say that I've found the one specific thing that I usually talk about in my music, because most of my music I usually base it on my life, because I want to give the listener the realest experience that I have. So what's more real than telling you what I've experienced?
Your own story.
Yeah. So out of my own stories comes the theme, but it is never one theme. It is never one theme in all my music. It's plenty of different themes. So you can find me at different stages of my life in my music. You can find me when I was trying to find peace, trying to find someone to love, trying to find the right music I want to do. I'm still doing it now. Even at this point in my life, I'm trying to find out what I'm doing with my music right now, what I'm standing for. It's still a journey for me. I'm still discovering what I want to stand for in my music. So in that point, I cannot stop making music. So kwa hiyo journey, kwa hiyo process, I just tell people my experiences, and I just want to package myself as real as possible, because there are other guys out there who relate. I'm not a thug. I'm not a thug. I'm not gangster. I'm just a regular dude with mad flow, bro.
With mad flow.
Yeah.
And I and the listeners will concur, because I know after this they will go and listen to your music. So maybe you could tell them how they can find you first. Like, tuanze tu hapo. Kama ni Klipper King, where are they finding this guy? Kama ni K2 Raps, where are we finding this guy?
So K2 Raps is everywhere, on YouTube, IG, Facebook, everywhere, every handle that has K2 Raps. K and a number 2 and Raps at the end, that is me. K2 Raps. When you want to find my services because I'm a barber, you find Klipper King. That is me. That's my brand. Everywhere is K2 Raps. and Klipper King. It's just the K2 Enterprise.
The K2 Enterprise.
Yeah.
How is it being a business owner? Before, we have many things that we grapple with, and failure is one of them when it comes to business. You've held your business for quite a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, when the gods favor you, yeah, the devils, they're watching you as well. So you have to keep an eye on both. You have to hold God's hand and tell the devil, Apana, I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Right? So on one side, you may be given prowess for business. The other side, you've been given an addiction.
Yeah.
How do you overcome these and stay strong in business?
Man, you pray.
You pray.
You pray, man. Hakuna shortcut, Joe. Every day you pray, because you, as a person, you're dealing with very powerful spiritual forces. If you're not in tune with your faith, you can be misled, or you can be lost. You see, when you pray, prayer is not for God reminding God what you want. Prayer is just for you. It's therapy for you. It's communication to God. When you pray, you get closer to Him, and He gives you strength. And read the Bible. Me, I read the Bible, and I pray. That's how I deal with the stress that comes with being in a business. Sometimes when you're alone, you discover that. You discover that there's no one else you can run to. There's no one else you can run to. So I go to the only person that tells me, you can come to me. Come to me when you are heavy laden. I give him my burdens and I pray. I just talk to God and I tell him, God, you know what? This thing inanilemea. And then I become, yani hiyo kitu inanitoka. I become lighter. And then I continue doing my thing, and everything works out in the end. Yeah.
How's your rise been being from the trenches of life to being a business owner? What has that process been like?
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough, but it's been fun. It's been very exciting for me. It's given me another look, another perspective of life, another shade of confidence that tells me you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Because I've done some pretty sketchy things in my life. I've done many things, and I've done a couple of businesses before starting my own barber shop. And hizo vitu zote zimekam zika add up to that.
To you, like, as a person?
As a person, and they have led me to being the entrepreneur that I am today. Yeah.
TDJX said each perspectives, each point of view brings a new truth to the table.
Yeah.
Have you had truth points in your life, and how did you, handle your truths when they came?
Yeah, I've seen different perspective of the truth. I've seen other information. So, like, one thing I've learned is trust. You cannot trust everyone, and if you give your trust, you give your trust wisely. Be don't be quick to trust. Yeah. So that's one thing I've learned, and I've learned that not everything is black and white. Not everything is as it seems. So you have to be careful what you do, and you have to be really focused on what you want. You have to set that target there. And another thing I've come to realize is that when you want to get to a certain point in life, you have to study, man.
You have to study.
Yeah, you have to study, man. You have to read books, follow people who have reached where you want to reach. Yeah, follow the things that feed your mind and the mentality. If you want to be a millionaire, or you want to be the best rapper, you follow the best rappers. Don't follow the bloggers and the critics who just analyzed songs and they have never ever done anything.
No creative process.
They don't have a
They
creative
didn't have a
process.
bath or ideas.
Yeah.
They did not like wake up 3 a.m. and
Yeah.
start writing rhymes.
Yeah, and just
They don't understand that process.
they don't get it. They don't get the confidence it takes. First of all, it takes a lot of confidence to convince yourself first, not even the crowd, to convince yourself first that you can do it. So if you ever see a person, hata kama msee ametoa ngoma ufala, ameenda pale akaimba, that person has enough confidence because ameshika track, akatoka hapo, akaenda akajiconvince, man, I can do this thing.
I can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. So it takes a lot of confidence. Don't listen to the people who haven't done anything with their lives. Listen to the people who have made it, and surround yourself with people who are able to help you to achieve your goals.
Help.
Yeah.
How much help have you received in your life, and from who?
A lot.
From who? Would you say your family and friends have come through in ways that were unprecedented?
Yeah, they have come through. I've received a lot of support, manzi. A lot from my friends, the ones that I've met back in Dago, the studio time, the producers who make free beats for me, the people who we've collaborated. JT is my producer and friend and mentor. And Wisdom is my best friend, is the one that gave me my YouTube channel. He had created it to review Power, but he gave me the YouTube channel and told me, man, I can see you going places. Do this. I have this YouTube channel. Si lazima create ingine. Kanipea email, password, kaniambia post your songs there. And then from there we took off. Me, Wisdom. I have received plenty of support. People I cannot even mention by name. And the people who have come through, they have connected me to certain producers. My producer Mark, plenty of support. I cannot say I've been here because I know how to rap. I've actually been here because people have held my hand and they've continued to encourage me. Do what you do, man. Do what you love. Continue doing it. We are here. We are watching. And we'll support you every step of the way. The Kinamoas back in Nyeri, they used to take me to Coffee and Poetry on their bike.
I remember.
Mafuta. The people like that. It's people like that who have made me to be where I am. And they have helped me. And plenty of support from the big guy.
Music-wise, what are you working on right now? And how is your creative process?
Music-wise, this 2025, I'm just working on recording. I've just put this 2025. 2025 for me is no releases. It's just hustle and recording. And I record what I'm experiencing at that moment. Yeah, what I'm experiencing at that moment. I just recorded, it was last month, I recorded a few tracks and now I'm receiving others that are finished. Yeah, I'm not working on a specific project. I'm just working on music, and then the ones that have the same theme, I can put them out as an EP or an album or something.
But not this year.
But not this year. This year is getting my shit together and recording. This year is just that, making money and learning strategy and recording. That's it. Next year I start releasing with strategy, because I've seen if you don't release with strategy, the songs don't perform. And it's not fair to the songs, because I've put so much work in them. The producers have put so much work in them, and then when you post without strategy, ngoma inaenda inapata 70 views. That's not fair to the producers and to myself and to the time that I put in the craft. So when I create a song, I want to give it the best marketing, the best visuals. That's why I'm working and also recording, so that when the money comes together, the marketing will be easy and the visuals will be easier to accomplish.
Okay, how did you come to like the decision of this year no releases, just grind, just work on myself, no releases? Why?
Because last year I did a couple of songs, freestyles, EP. I released them without strategy. I was just releasing to YouTube like I usually did back then. They haven't performed up to now, and then came this time that I have been investing in my business. So I saw that if you have divided focus, nothing is going to grow. So you have to make a sacrifice. You have to make a sacrifice. Either you get your money right first, and then you start marketing for the songs. Or you market the songs and then you struggle with them and you're not feeding yourself, you're not clothing yourself. You're moving just like that, bila funding, bila finance. So the smart thing for me was first I get my money right, I get my mind right. When my money is right, my mind is right. So after that, I gave myself a year. Do this for a year, do this business for a year and make it as successful as possible. And if you get time pay, you can lead someone there, and then you'll be doing your rounds, you'll be doing your music, you go to the studio, because in a barber shop, if you are the main man, you need to be in the barber shop. So if the barber shop is booming and clients are there, there's a second person you can hire. So when you go to record, your business doesn't suffer.
It's going to run.
Yeah, because someone is there running that business. And in a year, you already know that this business brings a certain amount of money. So that person cannot con you. So when you get your business right, so you can start moving, you can find mobility. You can go to record, you can go to video shoots and stuff like that, and you are able to market your business because you have the money to travel, you have the money to buy clothes, you have the money to pay the rent. So you are not thinking about that, you are thinking about how is my dream going to come true. So that is why I decided this 2025 I'm going to get all my ducks in a row, and then 2026 we start applying the strategy that I've been learning this year. Yeah, and see what happens.
The rich or the wealthy, they never invest in one thing. They may have one main thing, but they put their eggs in different baskets. Yeah. And you've mentioned about the barber shop, and we know that one is something that you have rolling at the moment. Have you thought of other streams of income? Are there any you're working on? Would you love to collab with somebody out there on anything that you're working on? Maybe you could just put it out there, maybe then to who will reach out.
Right now, I don't want to stretch my focus away from my barbershop that much. Right now, I'm investing in my barbershop fully. I'm focusing on that first.
Yes.
So that when the income there is right, I can start thinking about diversifying. You cannot start diversifying when your main thing is not performing well.
That's for sure.
You know, when because you'll be stretching it, you'll be stressing it, because you are depending on that income to put it into other forms of businesses and other forms of investments.
What is your take about diversifying of investments? Because time and again, as we've seen, the wealthy of the world, they hardly ever have one thing. They have maybe one thing as the main thing, but they always put their eggs in different baskets. What is your experience when it comes to that?
My experience is diversification is good in the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, diversification is just a matter of timing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a business and you are not big enough to diversify your income,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to strain that business.
That's for sure.
So because you'll be putting your focus in other things, maybe you have one business,
Mm-hmm.
and you have started another business while this business is not yet big enough.
Mm-hmm.
A wise man once told me that stay small enough, long enough, and you'll be big enough soon enough.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you could repeat that for our viewers to actually grab.
So stay small enough, long enough,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be big enough soon enough.
Soon enough.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing on building this business.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's stable, I start to diversify.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also diversifying in other ways, like joining circles,
Mm-hmm.
putting my money there, buying shares in circles, putting my money in MMFs, stuff like that. Just small investments where my money will not be drained by inflation. You see, so when worse comes to worse, and God forbid, I'll have a cushion. I'll not go back to zero. I'll be somewhere. Yeah, that's how I'm diversifying right now. But other sources of income, not yet. I don't have other businesses. Right now I'm focusing on building my brand in my barber shop, and I'm infusing it with my music. I want to use my music to promote my brand, be it in barber shops or in any other businesses I start.
Nipsey Hussle, you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Does he in any way or form or shape, for that matter, embody anything that you actually believe in?
Yeah. Nipsey Hussle embodies that hustler mentality, that put your mind to it, work, man. That is what he believes in, and what I believe in too. And Nipsey Hussle also embodies something that we call building. Build something for you and your community. His community involvement, I really dig that, and it's something I also want to start involving myself in building my community, in my music, and also in my businesses, in the brand that I'm creating. I want it to strengthen my community more, my brothers, and the community as
a whole. Community.
Yeah.
Are there any things, any projects, any undertakings that you'd want to do for the community, like specific projects?
Yeah. I want to start a training program where I want to train other people, the youth, to become barbers, so that when they have that skill, they can go out and do something for themselves.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I want to teach these young brothers and sisters how to fish, because barbering, for me, it has changed my life. Yeah, it has changed my life for the better, and it has been a turning point in my life. So I want to give others who see that they don't have anything, I want to give them this, so that they can see that when they go out there, they have something to offer the world. They have something they can do to change their situation. Something they can do when they go out there, they believe in themselves and in their capabilities. That's what I want to give to these young brothers. I want to start a project. I want to start a mentorship project to mentor young barbers in my area, and to give them the right skill. Although even me, I'm still learning a few things. I'm learning the tricks of the trade. I'm learning the ropes. So what I learn, I want to give it to others. I want to share the knowledge and the happiness that it brings to me.
In what way were you taught how to fish, and has mentorship or mentoring been a part of your own life before you can give it to somebody else? Like, have you encountered it firsthand, or how has mentorship had impact on you as an individual?
Mentorship has been very important in my life, because when you enter a business, or when you enter an industry without the right tools, you learn by your own mistakes.
Yeah.
So mentorships eliminates that experiment process. It gives you the right path, because a mentor tells you, do this, don't do that. When I was starting barbering, I had a mentor back in Nyeri. His name was Ken. Ken gave me my first barbering gig, and I was not a good barber. I was just an amateur. But right now, I've gained interest in barbering. I've loved it. It's part of me. Right now, I'm a dope barber. So Ken taught me how to run a barbershop, a barbershop business. You do this in a business, you should not be quick to trust people. You should be focused on your work. You should try to get better each and every time. He taught me customer relations. He taught me how to run a barbershop, how to keep it, to sustain it, and how to make it grow big. Because as we were working in that barbershop, he was opening others, and I was watching him, and there I learned how to do that, and he was mentoring me how to run a business. Whether he knew it or he didn't know it, he was doing that for me. Yeah. So mentorship has been very important in my life.
In what ways? Like giving generosity, because if I told you unashika mtu mwingine mkono, ni out of the willingness of your own, it's from your own volition, it's from your own generosity, grandiose. Yeah. So what's this abundance mentality that you have, or that you use, that has gave you that energy, that kind of thought capability, that there's somebody who needs my assistance, and I'm going to hold their hand until they become something that they're proud of?
I think in this time that I've been doing business, I've received so much help and so much information, that when I go out and see my fellow youth, the people who are saying that, oh, hakuna kazi, the government this, the government that, I feel like what I've learned has helped me to take that mentality of hakuna job, hakuna nini out of my mind, and it has given me something to work for, which I can call my own. So that feeling gives me the strength, or inaniongezea nguvu ya kwenda kuambia wase, like, I have something that I can share with you, that you can go and do somewhere else, and it can give you money, because I learned it, I tried it, I tested it, and it's what is sustaining me today. Mpaka leo hiyo kitu yenye nilienda nikafundishwa, yenye nilikuwa nadhani ni mchezo ndio inanilisha hadi leo, inanilipia hao nini hivyo. Hiyo kitu ndio inani sustain hadi saa hii. So hiyo mentality ndio inanionyesha that niko na the abundance of information. Niko na information mingi naweza share na my friends.
You can give somebody else.
And in the process of sharing my information, I'm learning, because you learn by sharing your information, no? So kuna kitu nililearn kitambo, nikifundisha mtu pia mimi naikumbuka. Unapata kumbe nilikuwa nimesahau hii stuff, na hivi ndio inafanywa. So unaendelea tu kisoma, that person you are teaching anakufundisha another thing, you learn from them, as much as they learn from you. So hiyo ndio inanipatia feeling that niko na much to offer this society, this world, hata kama some people don't see it. No.
It doesn't matter. Bora you're doing it from ni wewe unapatiana, then if it's received, no matter how it's received, like you give it from a full heart. And there's no such thing as something for nothing. If you give and you give it well, itarudi. Inarudingi tu. Inarudingi.
So, and then mimi naona kwa hii maisha ni kama like hauja live life yako kama hujasaidia kuchange lives na kuchange the world, no. You haven't lived if you haven't contributed in any way to change someone's life, atakani mtu mmoja ama wawili. You have not lived kama huja change maisha mse. So every day me wanna strive kujaribu kubadilisha life ya mtu, na see for my own gain, like I try to do it so that I can satisfy that feeling yenye nimeona contribute kufanya kitu kwa dunia. Maisha yangu haiko in vain.
Conversation, trust, loyalty. Those I feel like are very important pillars when it comes to running a barbershop. And I would love to know how you unazishikanisha zote tatu, because once I get a good barber ni ngumu sana nianze kutapaka tafuta mtu mwingine. Once I lock in with that barber, kuna trust. Once we have trust, we have conversation. How do you run it wewe kama a barber?
So as a barber, you have to recognize that is not just a paycheck sitting in your chair. That's a real person with real feelings, and he's a real human being, or she, because I do dreads and some females come to shave. You have to recognize that these are real people with real issues and real feelings. They have come to sit at your chair. So there's another post I made in my WhatsApp channel. I was talking about barbers as an official therapist, unlicensed therapist, because when a person comes to you akona shida mingi, maybe amepata job promotion, they want to share, they talk to you because they feel safe with you, around you. So the main thing for me is to make them feel at home, feel safe, and feel appreciated and feel taken care of. I usually tell my clients that when you come to this place, this is your place. This is your place you come to relax. This is your place you come to get clean, man. They get clean, they get a clean haircut, and they get a clean mind. So when they speak to me, they release all their tension, they express their happiness and stuff like that. So I'm connecting with them. When you connect with a person, they are loyal to you, because
that's for sure.
So inakuwa ngumu kwake kwenda kwa mse mwingine juu they are not experiencing what they experienced there. They are not experiencing they are not comfortable trusting that guy. Alafu unajua mtu amekutrust na umeshika a sharp object, you're
near their neck. I was thinking about that today.
Trimming their hair near their heads, and they trust you, and they put their head like this, and you're shaving them there, and that stuff is sharp, and they put their trust in you to get them good. You're not going to spoil them, you're not going to cut them, no. So that is very important. You get loyalty from connecting with people in a real sense. Me, I usually say that loyalty is not something that is bought. Loyalty and trust, they are earned. They are earned from several years of connecting with people, and they are earned by you being a genuine person, a real person, without malicious intentions. That's how you attain that loyalty. And conversation usually helps people. Nowadays, people don't have real conversations. They don't talk. Even when people are flirting, they don't talk to each other as people. They just know each other from from social media, from the pictures. They don't have real they don't sit down and know each other as people. So I'm usually happy because my work gives me that chance of connecting and conversing with people. So that's how it is in the shop.
And okay, you have this growing base of people. They now interact with you through your music, and in other ways that you're helping the community. What are you doing next? Are you doing events? Are you giving people your music to go listen to? Are you playing your own music for barbershop? Are you cross promoting, where you're putting some of it on the socials, some of it unapatia watu waende wakasikilize, some of it you're criticizing with your boys, some of it you're playing at events? What are you doing apart from releasing and shooting, releasing videos, having a repository of songs that you're not going to release right now and you're going to release later? Like, what else are you doing apart from the what you've already told us?
So right now, using social media, I'm trying to incorporate my songs in some of the reels, because I want to fuse that brand together. Like, they see me as a barber and a rapper. So like, when I create videos of me shaving, I use my tracks. Sometimes I use my tracks, my music over there. So when people see that video, hey, that cut is good. Who's the song? Who's in the song though? And then they find out it is the same guy, the same barber. Right now, that's what I'm working on, creating how I can fuse my barbershop business with my music. And music can go with anything, it's compatible, and it's compatible with what I'm doing right now. So I usually play my songs in my shop for people to listen and criticize and give their views. Can hear someone say, hey, hiyo ngoma ni kali, maybe kwa huku unaweza fanya hivi, maybe unaweza jaribu. There is where you get connections. Maybe someone tells you, najua so and so,
some producer,
najua producer fulani tuende nikupeleke kwake tuende tufanye hivyo. There's another guy who connected me with a certain MC. She's called MC Sharon. We are here to work, but we usually communicate. That guy had me rap when I was writing some rhymes in my barbershop, playing an instrumental, and told me, kumbe wewe una rap, acha nitakupeleka kwa best yangu fulani.
Anaitwa MC
Sharon akanipeleka huko. So ndio nangoja atoke trip huko hivyo akawa mtu ingie studio kufanya mambo, unaona. I hope by the time watu wanaona hii tutakuwa tushaingia studio.
Probably this week itakuwa hii ni work done. Usijali, ni very soon. So this unaweza shikanisha na some of your music, of course unaweza push. You can introduce them. You told me this is your first podcast ever.
Yeah, this is my first podcast ever.
So asante sana for making it.
Thank you, man.
It's a Tuesday. Na bado we're going to be doing more and more things.
Yeah.
So I would love to know what's your biggest motivator?
Life, man. Life is my biggest motivator, man. Life is a movie. Life is a movie with so many characters, so many different people who have so many different ideas and opinions. And if you are an artist, you have to appreciate the beauty in that. The way people have very different opinions, and people have very different characters and personalities, and they are interacting together. You see, the one who made this world was an artist. So that is life is my motivation, because how can so much chaos work in such harmony? Because there's so much chaos, but it's in the same world, but it seems to be working.
Although it's well balanced out.
Yeah, although there are problems going on, and you cannot solve all of them, but there are also good things going on. There's also beauty. So you can see, if you're an artist, you can see beauty in that. How the world is very different people, but harmony exists, there's a balance. So that's my biggest motivator.
I'd love to talk about one big event or one big enjoyable thing in the world, which many people enjoy, many people connect with, and that is football. What does football mean to you as an individual?
Football means it's a getaway for me. It's like a vacation for me. It's like football brings passion in people. You see a person celebrating because the team that he supports has won, and when you see a person depressed or is sad about a team that he supports has lost, and that you can see that attachment, you can see that loyalty in that guy. But those men are loyal to their football teams more than they are loyal to their girlfriends and wives.
Yeah. Same thing. We are loyal to barber shops and barbers.
Yeah. Same thing. And my barber shop is a space where people come and they discuss politics, football, and hip hop and so much things, and music and life in general. You see, football to me is getaway and it's life. It's just that breath of fresh air. You see so much passion expressed, but the gambling, they came to ruin that, man. There's nowadays people are not even genuinely fans, man,
of football.
Yeah, they're not fans, they're just looking for fans, man. They just want to, there's no passion nowadays, man. But to me, I don't usually gamble. I stay away from it as much as possible. I stay away from gambling as much as possible. So for me, when you see me enjoying a match, I'm just genuinely enjoying it, man. I'm just enjoying the football.
Which team do you support?
Number 16.
Remember kidogo hivi. Remember kidogo hivi mwende relegation. But anyway. Team ni kubwa but historia. Sio present kidogo.
Hakuna nini, unajua hata kabla wasee wafikie historia yenyewe wanasema tuna brag nayo. Ai, nikanya
ita take miaka
kawa na.
So I'm partly a fan of Manchester United and partly a fan of Liverpool.
No, you can't.
Listen. This is
poison, man.
this is how it's been for me. It's been Manchester United, but anytime nashika nini PS ama nenda kucheza game, I play with Liverpool. I rarely ever play with Manchester United.
Hiyo ni different, man. Hata ingia FIFA, sichezangi na Man U, nachezanga na Inter kwa sababu kama napatana na opponent mbaya, siwezi taka kuibisha timu yangu.
Exactly. So for me, Liverpool juu nimependa for long, kina Mo Salah, the number 5 defender. You know, ni watu wenye nimekuja nikawapenda. So with the more naendelea kujua football, naona niko na mbili bado. We've all been there hapo katikati. So me hapo sitakudanganya, niko kwa Liverpool na Man U.
Unafaa uchague moja bana.
I was jali, ndafika ni mwanzo tu, mwanzo.
Mimi sinanga timu nyingine kwa sababu nilianza kusupport Man U kitambo.
Nilianza 2007.
Mimi
tukiwa na kina Rooney na kina Cristiano akichezea Man U for the very first time.
Hata mimi around that time 2008 or 2009.
Me 2007 hadi stickers za Cristiano nilikuwa nazo kwa bed. Like I've been a fan of Man U for the longest. Hata vile Cristiano alirudi, tulikuwa na number 7 mwingine, like we used to Angel Di Maria. You remember?
Yeah.
I've watched all these faces and I'm still like, okay, Man U for the longest time, Man U fan. But partly to Liverpool.
Unajua watu wakikusikia kusema hivyo bana na venye unajua our biggest rivals ni Liverpool. So you're supporting like the biggest yani you cannot tell me you're with me and you're still cheering the Ops. Liverpool is the Ops. Liverpool is the Ops. So you cannot tell me I love you but I still love the Ops.
Kidogo tu.
Football inakuwa gang wars.
Ona. You see how nani Kofi Annan alikuwa katikati ya Kibaki na it was Kibaki and Raila, right? That's the same way even when mimi najiona like ngoja Otio Manu sa mko hii side, Otio Liverpool mko hii side, anytime I can mingle with either nataka na naweza washikanisha nyote wawili but nyinyi muelewani. And I've seen myself sort of become that figure over the years in a very smooth and harmonious manner. So at a team ndivyo tu.
Lakini mimi kwa team bana manze, this is Sparta, you can shoot the message. See like mimi tamuanza kusupport Man U.
Imekuwa tu Man U.
Bana as in nimekuwa na team moja ball lakini girlfriends wamechange. Like Manchester imekuwa like imenipatia ile passion. Hata nikienda kucheza ball kule hivyo World Hope Vapor pale hivyo koka ngwari hapo ukienda Lavington ukipitia Kongo hizo njero huko nyuma huko nyuma unaenda side za Lavi. Sasa naenda World Hope Vapor kwa kucheza ball. I was a Man U fan since then.
Do you still play
football? No.
Are you looking to use maybe football as another medium for communication with the youth? Sports in general?
Yeah. Maybe when I get big, I can be supporting football events around my town where I am.
Okay.
Sponsoring and engaging with people who want to sponsor the young kids. Speaking about that, I've told you I've been speaking about addiction. Area yenye niko like Limuru area, my youth man bana anapenda kukaa. They love their glass, man. So that's what I'm trying to reach the youth. Ukiona like najaribu hata sijafika lakini najaribu kufikia mavijana wenzangu bana, tuomoke tutoke block. Asare glass kiasi bana. Haikuwa naikunywa sasa zenye akona kitu na akona wasi anaangalia.
Na kinyana kunywa ni kitu ya maana pia.
Kitu ya maana pia na penye naikunywa pia. Si ati anaroroa tu mtaani tu juu ameenda hustle 200 yake yote imeingia kwa glasi, unaona? So like nikiweza pata chance ya kusupport my fellow youth men, at least warudishe akili kiasi ndani ya game na nipate nini pia nipate do na nipate support yenye tunaweza saidia wale wengine youngins kabla wafike kujua glasi ni nini. So naona tunaweza kuwa tumeondoa kongori ingine big. Yeah.
Now you've spoken about addiction, like is it something that you've grappled with before? Ni kitu yenye imekusumbua ama
unajua kuna hata msaki kwa mgonjwa kuna kuanga na stuff inaitangwa the infected and the affected. So in my life nimekuwa the affected. Juu wenye wako infected walikuwa ni very big figures in my life.
And close.
Yeah, close. So addiction to ni the same, no? So mimi nimekuwa side ya the affected nikiangalia venye inatu affect sisi. Unajua wase wana recovering addicts wanaongea venye kaa ni pombe iliwafanyia unacheki. So anakuja naongea side yake infected. So the people wenye wamekuwa infected kwa life yangu wanaweza kupatia side yao infected, but mimi naweza kupatia story of the affected. Design nimecheki imetufanya yani addiction ya a certain person imefanya life yako ikakua, no? So like my uncle, my dad, they were dealing with that, lakini sahi wako fit, wako fresh, hadi wame accomplish very major things, no?
So which are that just beating addiction itself, but
beating major bana. So they beat it, and nimeona sasa hii naweza iongelea juu nimeona side zote za story. Nimeona juu kuna side hizo tatu: before addiction, during addiction and after addiction. So nimekuwa witness since I was a youngin, so witness hiyo. So mi naweza iongelea venye nimeona kideal nayo, design nimeaffect ase, unaona design pia yeye imemuaffect, unaona, because as a kid and as a growing adult you have eyes, man, and you have a mind that processes those images and those events. So so ni hivyo tu manze, as in, so nikiwa pale mtaa na cheki mavijana wamepotea kwa glass, inaniuma sana juu naona maybe madhe yake anikuteta anateta, maybe kani wife wake pia anateta, junior wake atagrow bila huyo msee, akiwa msee mzuri kwa life yake, atakuwa akiona msee amepotelea, a
reflection ya kitu yenyewe zitakukua.
So like nikiweza pata chance ya kuokolea wasee watoke kwa hiyo stuff, mi naiongelelea mpaka wasikie. Let my pain heal your pain, bana. Let these words be healing to you. Let them be a reflection. Wewe ukisikiza ngoma yangu pale hivyo, unasikia nikiongelea venye imenifanya, unakaa chini hivi una reflect, unasema manze, nani yangu na relate juu mkoro alianza kupiga kelele hivyo, wife anapiga kelele hivyo, nini mamuri wengi wananitoka, pesa sinanga, savings sinanga, nini, unaona. So ukianza ku reflect na umesikiza lyrics zangu na unakaa kwa shop na kuchapia ma 1 ai life ya msee ina change tu hapo. So mimi nikipatia opportunity kama hiyo na appreciate sana kuchange msee, ya ku-communicate that before ifike to the place where yangu ilikuwa imefika. So unaongea na yeye ana change before ifike hapo.
Right. And just as we are concluding, maybe unaweza tuambia what your future plans are with both your brands. I know you have more than one brand. I know unazi grow as an individual. What are your future plans, and what should we hope to see from you?
It's not more than one brand, it's just one brand. It's the K2 Enterprise, you know. I hope mtaona more music, more albums, na more visuals, no. I hope to reach more audiences out there. Na bring merchandises zinaanza kutoka. Ziko in the process pale, nafanya mock-ups sai. Natengeneza match za Klipper King na K2 Raps, unaona. Aziko separate, they are a unit. K2 Enterprises, unaona. So mtaona big things zinakuja ku create the music and the brand, na hiyo program yangu ya kutrain na kumentor the youth bana. Hapo sasa get more barbers. Kama uko na barber shop hapo ndio utakuwa unatupigia simu, tunakusource for a barber mwenye si tumetrain. Tumempatia all the skills.
Mwenye mna trust yani.
Mwenye si tuna trust, unajua. Pia hiyo inakuanga shida kwa barber shop zingine, wakitafuta someone wana go through a very long process ya kuhaya, alafu na haya msee anakosa ku work out. So si tunakuja tunakuashua huyu msee tumetrain na tumekuwa na nakupatia profile yake, unaenda unamjaribu kwa barbershop yako na ata work out juu ni si tumemtrain.
Beautiful conversation. Nimefurahi sana, thanks for making it, na wacha iwafikie yani, ifikie wase wako wote wa Limuru, ifikie wase wako wa Nyeri, ifikie wase wako wa Jiji, Mombasa, hata kama mse kuko na boys abroad, wacha imfikie
bana.
Na nimeshukuru sana for coming. Maybe drop your buzz, kwani bila wewe achapie tu freestyle moja tu or whatever you love. Platform yako.
Drop your freestyle moja. Mic test, I'm already tested. I realized I can die any day, so I just live life every day, day by day, take it slow in the moment. Live while you got it, while you don't got it, leave memories for the family. They ask me, what did you see there? PTSD by face showing I'm not scared. Battle scars still show me how I kill fear, I'm still here. And my mind is a battlefield. Bomb versus every time I let my pen do the thing. Let my heart feel, let my words peel. Hear the beat, press rewind, let the crowd cheer. How high here? Silence so loud, how I hear. 20 years in, 2 decades sleep plus 3. Going hard as ever since I was in class 3. I'm a G if you ask me. That's just me, trust me.
K2 to the world, manze. Nashukuru. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
and wacha K2 Enterprise you work out.
Bana.
Asante.
Shukran baba.
K2.
Yeah, man.
There you have it.
Yeah.